If you're over 60, this seemingly harmless habit could be silently raising your risk of a cardiovascular event while you sleep. No warning, no symptoms, no pain. You go to bed feeling fine and wake up with a numb arm, slurred speech, or a loss of coordination. As a specialist in age-related cardiology, I see it all the time. Patients whose heart attacks and strokes came completely out of the blue. And the cause isn't fast food or stress. It's what they genuinely believed was healthy. Vegetables. Yes, ordinary vegetables. Millions of people over 60 eat them every day, thinking they're helping their heart. And while many vegetables are great, some, especially eaten at the wrong time or in the wrong amounts, can do silent, devastating damage. They throw off your mineral balance, trigger hidden inflammation, or dangerously interact with medications. And the scariest part? Nobody's talking about this. Today, I'm revealing the first 4 of 8 common vegetables that can increase your risk of blood clots, a hypertensive crisis, or a mini-stroke, especially after 60. Have you ever wondered if your healthy habits are backfiring? You need to hear this. This information could save your life. Before we start, if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss part 2, where we'll break down 4 more dangerous foods. If this video is helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, a 0. Your feedback helps me improve. Danger 1. Spinach, the hidden threat of kidney stones and blood clots. We've all been told, spinach is strength, it's iron, it's health. For a younger body, maybe. But after 60, your metabolism changes, and what was once medicine can become toxic. The biggest danger in spinach is its sky-high oxalate content. These are natural compounds a young body flushes out easily, but as we age, our kidney function naturally declines. Oxalates start to build up, forming microcrystals. In the kidneys, that means stones. But what's more dangerous is that these same crystals can scrape up the inner lining of your blood vessels. Any rough spot in a vessel is a prime location for a blood clot to form. In your carotid or brain artery, that clot can block blood flow in seconds. I'll never forget my patient, Helen, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She was health conscious and started every single day with a spinach omelet. She was also on a mild water pill for some swelling. It was her routine. One morning, her husband found her confused at the stove. She couldn't get her words out, and her right arm was weak. At the hospital, an MRI showed she'd had several mini-strokes. Tests came back with high oxalate levels and signs of her blood being too thick. 2 seemingly harmless factors, age-related slower filtration and a daily dose of spinach, collided, creating a perfect storm. Here's the key. You don't need a huge amount. Just 1 cup of fresh spinach has more than enough oxalates to strain your kidneys and vessels. Eat it regularly at night, when you're dehydrated and blood flow is slower, and you're creating the ideal setup for a silent clot. What to do? If you're over 60, especially with kidney issues or on diuretics, cut way back on spinach. Not more than once or twice a week, and always cooked. That breaks down some of the oxalates. Never have it for dinner. And please, talk to your doctor about the risks of high oxalate foods. It's a conversation that could protect your independence. Danger 2. Tomatoes, the acidic assault on joints and blood vessels. The tomato, a poster child for healthy eating, but behind that bright red skin is a double threat for a mature body. First, purines. If your metabolism isn't what it used to be, purines convert into uric acid. Those crystals can settle in your joints, causing gout, and in your blood vessel walls, causing microinflammation. This inflammation is a fast track to atherosclerosis and unstable plaque. Second, the high acidity. As we get older, many of us develop silent reflux, where stomach acid comes up without the classic heartburn. At night, this can lead to breathing issues and spasms in the blood vessels that feed your brain. A patient of mine, Robert, 72, came to me with aching knees and terrible morning dizziness. He loved tomato juice and drank it by the glass. His tests showed high uric acid and the start of a plaque in his carotid artery. We cut out tomatoes for a month. The result? His uric acid normalized, and the dizziness vanished. His body was screaming for help, but he wasn't listening because he was eating something healthy. The safe move. If you can't give up tomatoes, go for yellow or orange varieties. They're less acidic. Eat them cooked, without the skin, and never on an empty stomach. Danger 3. Potatoes, the saboteur of your blood sugar overnight. The potato, it's a comfort food, but after 60, it can be a silent saboteur. The problem is its high glycemic index, especially when baked or mashed. Those fast-acting carbs turn into glucose almost instantly, causing a sharp blood sugar spike. Your pancreas releases a surge of insulin to cope, which then causes a crash. For an aging body, these roller coasters are pure stress. The sugar spikes damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels, making them stiff and brittle. That's where bad cholesterol starts to build up, forming plaque. At night, that blood sugar crash can be severe, leading to hypoglycemia, which triggers a flood of stress hormones that send your blood pressure through the roof. My patient, Barbara, 70, had borderline high blood sugar. Every night, she'd have 2 to 3 baked potatoes with her dinner. She woke up one night in a cold sweat, her heart racing. Her blood pressure was 190/100. The ER doctors confirmed a hypertensive crisis. Her morning labs showed she'd had overnight hypoglycemia. Her healthy dinner had triggered a life-threatening event. The solution: don't eat potatoes every day. If you do, eat them cooled. This creates resistant starch that digests slower. Have them at lunch, not dinner, and stick to 1 small serving. Danger 4. Beets, the nitrate bomb for your blood pressure. We're told beets are great for blood pressure, but their secret weapon, nitrates, can backfire on an older person. In your body, nitrates turn into nitric oxide, which forces your blood vessels to relax and widen, dropping your pressure. For someone with hypertension, that sounds good, but the problem is it's a sudden, uncontrollable drop. Your body sees a rapid pressure drop as a crisis and can overcorrect with a massive blood vessel spasm hours later. That whiplash, from wide open to suddenly squeezed tight, puts immense strain on your arteries and can rip a fragile plaque right off the wall. My patient, William, 65, decided to clean his arteries and drank a big glass of fresh beet juice before bed. That night, an ambulance took him to the hospital with a pounding headache and nausea. His blood pressure was all over the place. A scan showed he'd had a mini-stroke in the back of his brain, the part that controls vision. Luckily, he recovered, but his healthy cleanse nearly cost him his eyesight. The rule? After 60, beets are not for juicing and not for evenings. A small portion, boiled in a salad at lunchtime, is the safest way to go. And that's just the first 4 dangers hiding in plain sight in your kitchen. Still with me? Then get ready for the next video, where I'll expose the foods everyone thinks are miracle cures. I'm talking about the whole grains that can clog your arteries, the healthy beans that wreak havoc on your gut and brain, the low-fat dairy that's secretly leaching calcium from your bones, and the trendy seaweed that can attack your thyroid. Don't miss part 2 of this crucial investigation. For more hidden threats on your healthy plate, subscribe and hit the bell so you see it the moment it drops. Now, tell me in the comments, were any of these 4 foods a regular on your plate? Give this video a 1 if it was an eye-opener, or a 0 if you disagree. I read every single one.